crafters, welcome back to my channel, Margaret Knob Designs. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I wanted to share with you the different journal or mini album that I did that is made into more of a journal style mini album. So this was the first one that I had done, and I did the tutorial with the graduation paper from the design team project for Country Craft Creations. And the new one that I did is I used the other graduation or the other collection called Our Graduate, and I wanted to show you a different way of using this paper that if you like something that's a little bit more vintage, a little bit more worn, how you could maybe use leftovers, and or if you bought this for a graduation card and you made a couple graduation cards and then you wanted to make a mini album as well, I've got another way to show you how I have done that. So I'm going to run through really quick the first album that I did. I did not do a tutorial on this per se with this collection. I did it with the Graduate album, but this one has flips and flaps in it. It's got a little bit more locations for photos to be put in, and there is also the photo mats and some pockets, photo mat, some decorations, but can be used as photo mats as well. Still an open page here. This is a photo mat with some of the ephemera, photo mats again. This is a pocket that I put some different dimension on that. And then this here is a photo mat with a little pocket right down here. But it even looks just cute with that navy blue in there for a little bit of different or added dimension. And then here I have a pocket with cut apart on matted on the navy blue. And this is a belly band. Also another belly band with a photo mat. And then this is a waterfall just with 3 different flaps on it. And I purposely made this big. So one of the things that I planned on doing is with the pictures is I will put a picture that fits on here either way, and then I will complement it with some of the leftover pattern paper. So that is this mini album that I shared with you before. This is the finished mini album or walkthrough of the other style using Our Graduate pattern paper. So one of the things that I wanted to do is to make it look a little bit more grungy, a little bit more junk journalish, but it's not quite that far. It's much more grungy. So I used a lot of my metal flowers and leaves, used flower, and then I used a little bell for the middle of the flower, and the middle of the flower here I put some gears over here, and again some of my metal leaves in here as well. And then I had gotten some items from Tim Holtz from Country Craft Creations, and this is one of the journal cards that I got. The packet for the journal cards comes in, they come in many different sizes. They come from small to larger sizes like that. And then these gears on here are also from Tim Holtz and also from Country Craft Creations, some for my stash. And I popped these up on foam. I popped this up on I put together 2 pieces of thin chipboard. And this along here is really just one of the papers on the back side of it. I thought it made a really striking impact on the cover. And then I added 2 metal corners to the front of this binding. And you could add them onto this side as well, but I thought this worked well. And then let's go into it. Into this journal, or well, I guess it's more of a journal than a mini album. I had some leftover envelopes from Graphic 45 in my stash, and I apologize, I don't think you'll be able to find these anymore. I don't think they make them, but I could be wrong. But these I bought a couple years ago at least. And I did use some of my Graphic 45 tags. I did not cover them yet because I wasn't really sure how I wanted to do that, whether I wanted to put journaling papers on those, you know, like lined paper, and then I could put my journaling in there. But these are all glued down, and so you can put, they're glued in such a way that you can add some in there, but it's pretty tight. It's not a really loose envelope, so you could probably slip a picture or two in there, but that's about it. And after I did this one, I got a little bit smarter and gave my envelopes a little bit more room for that. So then as I go through, this is a very plain, very simple, because if I wanted to, I want to put a neat picture on here. I can do some, or I could put some journaling on here. Same thing going into this side. And I have my envelope here, and actually it's a little bit looser than that other one, and another tag underneath. The other thing is that there are pockets in here. Let me see, is this the first one? I did this before too. Oh yeah, there's enough room to put notes or pictures in there. Oh, the other thing that I'm not sure that I mentioned is along the edges, I did the cut for these pages all with deckled edges. So to make them look a little bit more shabby. All the way along I did that with all the pages. I have the pocket here and I have the deckled edges, and then I used a vintage photo to go around that and the papers. And then as you can see, these are all the back sides of the graduate or our graduate paper collections. And I thought this would make a really great book for, like I had put Journey on here, that if I take a trip in the next year or two, this would be a great place to be able to write down my travels or things that I've been doing. I could put pamphlets or photos in here. I know these are hard to always get open, but they actually, you can put things in there. That's why I left it more blank than with lots of pockets and things like that. But again, I have my cards in there. There's room in the pocket for some photos if I wanted to put some things, or even maybe if I wanted my journaling in there rather than leaving it out for everybody to see. And then repeated some of the paper, not a lot, but probably, you know, a couple of them they've been repeated, but they've been also changed around. This also has a tag in there, and this goes to the back. I was thinking about putting an envelope back here, but I thought I would leave that because there might be something special that I want to do with that. But that is the end or back of this Journey album. I think it turned out great. I'm very happy with the steampunkish, vintage, kind of junk journalish look to it. It's not, granted, it's not like a junk journal. There's a lot more goes into that, but I thought this was really, really nice. And the design of this is exactly put together the same way as I put this one together. The tutorial has been out, but I said I would share the walkthrough of this album when I was done. So I hope that you've enjoyed the walkthrough. And I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Please like and subscribe. Subscribing to my channel does not cost a thing, but it does help you because it'll let you know when another video goes live. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I really look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.